Hello, good morning to you. Welcome and thanks for watching. Don't forget like, share and subscribe. And of course today we have a little bit of a story regarding two or three things, but they're all linked together because this is still on about the reassessments, so WCA work capability assessments. It's also on about now is linking that in with PIP cuts. And also they've now decided they're going to try and link it all together with so-called benefit cheats and fraud. Well, we all know about fraud within the system. The majority of it is on their part and not to do with benefit claimants, especially with PIP, which is very, very small. And of course, as we heard in many videos, it's practically zero. Yes. So they're making this mountain of a molehill, basically, because they're still persecuting disabled and elderly, as we all know. And of course we've had that legal thing quite recently, where the consultation was deemed unlawful, and of course then they said, oh well, we don't care, we're going to carry on anyway with the cuts, because the cuts are, well, they were first proposed by the Tories, and of course Labour are just another, basically just another side of the same argument. They're doing exactly the same thing. In fact, I think they're doing it worse, to be fair. But there we go. So we have this woman, Alison McGovern. She's been on TV. Of course, they are trying to push the idea of benefit cheats and how easy it is for them to get money, and of course they are saying that anybody can rock up and get benefits. There are lots of checks and balances, but people can wag it, as they say. There is lots of videos out there at the moment of, I think it was My Life on Benefits or something like that. It was a video where they were showing people being going to doctors, and they were showing people in WCA meetings. Yes, the system probably does need changing, but making it so that you vilify disabled people who are currently claiming and making them feel like dirt is not nice. And of course the threats of having your money reduced and cut is also not nice. So she was on GMB, Good Morning Britain, and of course Susanna Reid and Richard Madeley were the hosts. They were trying to get her to discuss whether they're going to cut PIP. So let's have a little listen, and of course the article is in the Express.
Susanna Reid was praised for holding an MP accountable on Good Morning Britain today. The 54-year-old ITV host and her co-star Richard Madeley welcomed on Alison McGovern as they quizzed her about the benefits system. One main concern for the nation is whether or not there will be cuts to disability benefits, such as personal independence payments, PIP. Susanna told the MP that those with disabilities fear that the government is going to take money away from them. The employment minister claimed that she understands that, as she said, that she wants disabled people to have the right to work and the right to dignity and respect. But as the MP was speaking, Susanna cut her short to ask, "So are you going to reassess PIP payments for people?" Alison continued as she danced around the question, explaining that the government are helping people move into work. Susanna interrupted a second time, asking the same question. Are you reassessing their PIP payments? Once again the politician went off-piste as Susanna repeated the question for a third time. This time, Richard joined in as he bluntly asked, "Are you going to cut them?" Alison replied, still refusing to give a straight answer, saying that at the moment, the system doesn't work for anybody. She claimed that the work capability assessment is a failure, adding, "We need to change the system, but we want to do that with disabled people." She continued, "We are listening, and we will put forward our ideas in a green paper that we can talk to people about."
And of course, then we're talking about the work capability assessments. They want to revise, and of course, that would mean a lot of people losing out because they're going to move the goalposts, as we all know. Are you looking for a new phone provider? I am, and I found one. I was with O2 for many years. However, Lebara offered me the same and better service for half the price. So currently I'm paying £22 for unlimited data and calls, and I also get 100 minutes of international calls, which is quite useful because I can phone my wife in Thailand. They also do a data package, so if you're travelling you can buy a data add-on and it will give you 30 days of data for around about £15, which I think is marvellous, and it's a lot cheaper than I was paying before, and I'm very happy. If you want to get Lebara, click the link down below, and of course you'll get the benefit of it. So have a good day, and back to the video. If you're watching this and you're thinking, oh my god, it's all going to go tits up, then I would often say to you every single time is, do not worry, nothing has been decided yet. This is all basically fear-mongering. Yes, they probably will go ahead, but nothing has been decided yet. So, like with all the other stuff that they keep on saying, it is just to fear-monger you and everybody, and sort of garner support from the able-bodied world, because they think, oh let's target benefit cheats and people that should be working. Yeah, it's a good thing, carry on. What they're trying to do, and of course you already know this because they're already technically allowed to do it.
The government has just published sweeping plans for mass bank spying powers in a new bill aimed at welfare recipients. The proposed laws affect all of us and include taking money directly out of bank accounts, revoking driving licenses, constantly monitoring the population's bank statements, and searching houses and devices. We have to stop this. These are totally unprecedented privacy intrusions and punishments that will do more damage to fairness and justice than to serious fraudsters. Thanks to your support, by signing our petition, donating and holding truth to power online, we defeated identical Conservative plans just months ago. But now, the Labour government is reviving these surveillance powers, this time making them even more extreme.
So what they're going to do is benefit cheats. Bear in mind that that's quite a small number, a very minute number. Yes, I would agree, there are some prolific people who are taking the piss and they do steal benefits. But when you think about how much money the government have steal, basically giving away for free, as our money, without our permission, then surely they should be up and have their licenses taken away. But what you need to remember is, taking away a license is obviously unrelated to money that you've obviously claimed and have refused to pay back. But what the government want to be is the police. They want to be able to investigate and prosecute and decide your fate without any legal course, like to justice. Because that's what they want to be. They want to be basically the executioners as well. And if they don't get their own way, they're going to go for your license. But to be fair, we have to look at this from the bigger picture side of things. And I've already discussed this many times, and you're probably sick of hearing about it. But the UN Agenda 2030, yes, that one, is about getting you out of your car, getting cars off the road, and making it so difficult that you don't bother. Now, so one way of doing that is to threaten you with removal of your license. And the other thing that was announced this week by the back door, and also part of the agenda, is digital licenses or digital ID for driving. Now, if they had that, it could just turn you off. You wouldn't have to worry about having a license because it will be centrally controlled. So you'd be a naughty boy and they just turn you off. That's what they would do. That's why this is dangerous, because if this digital stuff comes in, they have ultimate control. And of course, if you are a naughty person and you have stolen money, you're probably not going to be bothered about having your license taken away. How many people know of somebody that drives without a license or without insurance? And they're not worried. They're not bothered until they get caught, and then they get a fine or whatever, but they carry on doing it. So it's not really going to be much of an incentive. This is going to affect people who are genuinely falling into the category of, oh dear, I've claimed too much and I can't afford to pay it back. Right? So they take their license away. How are they going to go to work? How are they going to find a job? How are they going to do things in life? They're not. So it is sort of a little bit of a dangerous and cruel process that they want to go down this road.
We're publishing a bill today that introduces new measures that we think that we need to get public money back. You know, it's never acceptable to steal from the social security system, ever. But at this moment in time, we need that money for our health service and to support people who really need it. So we want to be able to do new checks with banks to say if somebody is receiving universal credit or other relevant benefits, do banks have any information that they're outside the eligibility criteria? You know, you can't have more than £16,000 in the bank. So we will ask banks to help us with that information. We will then use that data for human beings to investigate those cases, to find those people where we've got fraud. Then we want to have new powers so that we can do search operations ourselves rather than relying on the police.
Say what?
And then the final bit is the backstop. Because at the moment, we can get money back through the benefits system if people are claiming universal credit or other things. We can get money back through PAYE, through HMRC. But for some people, if they're really determined not to give that money back and they're not on benefits or on PAYE, then we need the ability to take that money from bank accounts. And finally, if they really still are so determined that they won't give the money back, we will apply to the courts to disqualify them from driving. That's a power that already exists in the Child Maintenance Service.
Anyway, that's it for today. Hope it was useful for you, because we're here making videos nearly every day. As I said before in other videos, keep the views going, because numbers are down on some videos but not others. It's pretty weird. I don't know why, because they're all the same. They're all made the same way. They're all telling you all about the same sort of things. But I noticed that video that was I mentioned before is now up to 70,000 views. Yeah, you can see why I'm a little bit annoyed, because that my video, a couple of hundred, and that's it. You know, it's not really, I don't really correlate between the two, because they said the same things, but one's 60, 70,000 and one is like a couple of hundred. So please help me out. Do tell your friends to come over, subscribe, watch the videos, and of course support the channel. That's it. That's all I can say, really. And one last thing, you'll notice that we had a little bit of a spate of comments that came in, and I mentioned it in the video. Where are they? They seem to have fired and forget. That's what happens with these people, because they're not real. They're not real people. They are out there in the world deliberately doing these comments, as I said in the video. So where are they now? They haven't made any further comments, and they haven't replied to any of the points I raised. So where are they? Nowhere, because they're not real. And there we are. So that's it. Have a good day. Catch you later. Bye for now.